Now let's go over an example and try to understand this whole theory with an example. Let's say there is an employee named Rahul, right? And he is working as a marketing executive at a corporation. Now taking the case 1 where hygiene factors are available but motivators are not, right? So in the case first, Rahul is getting good income, right? The layoffs are rare, so he feels secured. Office is clean and is well equipped. His manager is fair with him and he helps him whenever needed. And there are clear and transparent HR policies, right? So what are all these? They are all hygiene factors. They bring satisfaction into your employee. But the motivators, they are all absent. He's not getting any recognition for his work. He's not getting any training or development programs to improve his knowledge from time to time, right? Which is a necessity for a human being. So what will happen in this case? Because of the hygiene factors are available, he will not feel dissatisfied, right? So he will not complain about the job. But in the absence of the motivators, he feels bored, right? He feels unmotivated. He does not feel to go that extra mile to do something productive, right? He is just being there, performing his job and nothing else. But that will not retain your employee in a long term, right? He will slowly start finding a new job that provides him motivation. Now let's talk about the case 2 where hygiene factors are absent but your motivators are available. So Rahul's efforts go noticed. He is assigned routine tasks and most importantly he is trusted with decision making. And he is also provided with training and development programs to develop his knowledge, to develop his skills. But in this case, hygiene factors are not available. He is not getting fair salary, HR policies are not transparent, environment is not very much clean and well equipped. So what will happen in this case? Despite of the fact that the motivators are available and he loves his job because of this, he will soon start feeling stressed, undervalued and frustrated. So no matter that he is motivated, but because of job dissatisfaction, he will consider for a better paying opportunity and an institution which is more stable. So throughout this theory, what we have all learned, what Herzberg has tried to say, that to make your employee a long-term employee, you have to ensure that both of these factors should be met, and the absence of any one of these will lead to your employee leaving your organization. You have to ensure that you provide those motivators and the hygiene factors to your employees, right? Only in that case you can witness employee retention. So that is all for today, and if you have any query regarding this or the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you can just comment down and let me know.